Welcome to the world of Python. Python is awesome. It's like a friendly language that anyone can learn. You can use Python for so many things. Want to build websites? Python can do it. What about analyzing data? Python's got your back. Even artificial intelligence and automation are possible with Python. Why is Python so popular? Because it's easy to read and understand. It's like writing in plain English but for computers. Don't worry, we'll guide you every step of the way. Ready to start this exciting adventure? Let's dive into the world of Python. What are you most excited about doing with Python? Before we start coding, we need to set up our Python environment. This is the first step in our journey to becoming proficient in Python programming. Think of it as getting your tools ready for a fun project. Just like an artist needs brushes and paints, we need the right software and tools. First, we need to download Python itself. Python is a versatile and powerful programming language that's widely used in various fields, from web development to data science. It's free and easy to install. The installation process is straightforward, and you can find detailed instructions on the official Python website. Just head over to the official Python website and grab the latest version for your computer. Make sure to download the version that matches your operating system, whether it's Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Next, we need a code editor, a place where we'll write our Python code. A good code editor can make coding more enjoyable and efficient. There are many great options out there like VS Code, Atom, or even simple text editors. Each editor has its own set of features and benefits. Choose one that you find comfortable to work with. It's important to pick an editor that suits your style and needs, as this will be your primary workspace. Once you have Python and a code editor installed, you're all set. You're now ready to dive into the world of Python programming. You now have your very own Python playground to experiment and learn in. This is where the fun begins, as you start writing and running your own Python scripts. Which code editor are you going to try out? Take your time to explore and find the one that feels right for you. Happy coding! It's time to write our first Python program. Don't worry, it's a simple one. In programming, it's a tradition to start with a program that prints "Hello World" to the screen. Open your code editor and type the following: print "Hello World." Save the file as and then run it. You should see "Hello World" printed on your screen. Congratulations, you've just written your first Python program. That was easy, right? The function in Python is used to display things on the screen. We'll be using it a lot to see the results of our code. Now try changing the text inside the function to something else and run it again. Have fun with it. In Python, we use variables to store information. Variables are essential in programming because they allow us to label and manipulate data efficiently. Without variables, we would have to work directly with raw data, which can be cumbersome and error-prone. Think of them as containers that hold different types of data. Just like you might use different containers to store various items in your kitchen, in Python, we use variables to store different types of data, making our code more organized and readable. There are several data types in Python, each serving a unique purpose. Understanding these data types is crucial for writing effective and efficient code. Integers are whole numbers like 10, 25, or 1000. They are used when you need to work with numbers that don't have a fractional component. Floats are numbers with decimal points like 3.14, 2.7, or 9.81. These are useful for representing more precise values such as measurements or calculations that require a higher degree of accuracy. Strings are sequences of characters enclosed in quotes like "hello," "Python," or "coding is fun." They are used to represent text and are essential for handling any kind of textual data in your programs. Booleans represent true or false values. They are particularly useful in conditional statements and loops, where you need to make decisions based on certain conditions. Here's how you can create variables and assign values to them. For example, you can write age equals 25, price equals 19.99, message equals welcome to Python, and is _Python_fun equals true. These examples show how you can store different types of data in variables. In this example, age is an integer, price is a float, message is a string, and is _Python. _fun is a Boolean. Each variable type serves a different purpose and is used in different contexts within your code. Understanding these basic data types is the first step in mastering Python programming. As you continue to learn, you'll encounter more complex data types and structures. Try creating your own variables with different names and data types. Experiment with integers, floats, strings, and booleans to see how they work in different scenarios. Remember, variable names should be descriptive and meaningful. This makes your code easier to read and understand, not just for you, but for anyone else who might work with your code in the future. What are some other examples of data types you can think of? As you delve deeper into Python, you'll discover more data types like lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets, each with its own unique properties and use cases. Section 5, Python Math and Logic Operators. Python can do math. It's not just about numbers, it's about how we can manipulate and use them to solve problems. Let's dive into the world of operators in Python. We can use operators to perform calculations and comparisons. Arithmetic operators: addition, the plus sign; subtraction, the minus sign; multiplication, the asterisk; division, the /. These are the basic building blocks of arithmetic operations in Python. Modulus, the percent sign, which returns the remainder of a division. This is particularly useful in scenarios where you need to determine if a number is even or odd, or when you need to cycle through a set of values. Exponentiation, 2 asterisks, which raises a number to a power. This operator is essential in mathematical computations involving powers and roots, making it a powerful tool in scientific calculations. Floor division, 2 /, which performs division and rounds down to the nearest integer. This is useful in scenarios where you need an integer result, such as in indexing or when working with discrete quantities. Comparison operators, equal to 2 equal signs. This operator checks if two values are the same, which is fundamental in decision-making processes within your code. Not equal to an exclamation mark followed by an equal sign. This operator is used to determine if two values are different, which is crucial for branching logic and control flow. Greater than, the greater than sign. This operator helps in comparing values to see if one is larger than the other, which is often used in sorting and filtering data. Less than, the less than sign. Similar to the greater than operator, this one checks if a value is smaller than another, aiding in various comparison operations. Greater than or equal to, the greater than sign followed by an equal sign. This operator is useful when you need to include the boundary value in your comparisons. Less than or equal to, the less than sign followed by an equal sign. This operator is similar to the greater than or equal to operator, but checks for values that are smaller or equal. Sum equals 10 plus 5. This is a simple example of how addition works in Python. Difference equals 20 minus 8. Subtraction is just as straightforward, allowing you to find the difference between numbers. Product equals 5 times 4. Multiplication helps in scaling numbers, which is useful in various applications like calculating areas or volumes. Quotient equals 20 divided by 4. Division allows you to split quantities into equal parts, which is essential in many real-world scenarios. Is equal 10 is equal to 10. This demonstrates the equality operator in action. Is greater 25 is greater than 15. Here, the greater than operator is used to compare two values. Experiment with these operators and see how they work. Try different combinations and see the results. This hands-on practice will help you understand how these operators function in various contexts. You can use the print function to display the results of your calculations. This is a simple yet powerful way to see the output of your code and verify its correctness. For example, you can write print 10 plus 5 to see the result of the addition operation. Similarly, you can use print 28, print 5 asterisk 4, and print 20 for subtraction, multiplication, and division respectively. Can you write a Python expression that calculates the area of a rectangle? Try using the formula length times width and see if you can get the correct result. This is a great way to apply what you've learned about operators in a practical scenario. Section 6. Controlling the flow, if, else, and elif. In Python, we can control the flow of our program using conditional statements. This allows us to execute different blocks of code based on certain conditions. The statement checks if a condition is true. If it is, the code inside the block will be executed. The statement provides an alternative block of code to be executed if the condition is false. The statement, short for else if, allows us to check multiple conditions in sequence. Try creating your own conditional statements based on different scenarios. For example, you could write a program that checks if a number is positive, negative, or 0. Section 7. Looping around for and while loops. Loops allow us to repeat a block of code multiple times. Python provides two main types of loops, loops and loops. For loops. For loops are used to iterate over a sequence of elements. This code will print each fruit in the list. While loops repeat a block of code as long as a condition is true. This code will print numbers from 0 to 4. Loops are very powerful tools for automating repetitive tasks. Can you write a program that prints the first 10 even numbers using a loop? Section 8. Functions, reusable blocks of code. Functions are blocks of code that perform a specific task. They help us organize our code and make it reusable. Here's how to define a function. This code defines a function called that takes a as an argument and prints a greeting message. We then call the function twice with different names. Functions can also return values using the statement. Functions make our code more modular and easier to maintain. How would you write a function to calculate the factorial of a number? Section 9. Building a simple project, a number guessing game. Let's put everything we've learned together to build a simple number guessing game. Here's the basic idea. 1. The computer generates a random number between 1 and 100. 2. The player has to guess the number. 3. The computer provides hints if the guess is too high or too low. 4. The game continues until the player guesses correctly. Here's a possible implementation in Python. This project combines variables, data types, operators, control flow, loops, and functions. Congratulations on completing this Python beginner's guide. Keep practicing and exploring the vast world of Python programming.